Good morning, students. We are doing the kinds of conjunctions and we've already done the first two kinds, that is coordinating conjunctions and correlative conjunctions. Today we will start the third one, that is subordinating conjunctions. Now before we start subordinating conjunctions, let's talk about the term clause. What is a clause? A clause has one subject and one verb. It may form a part of a sentence or it may be a complete sentence in itself. Let's see the example. When the man broke into the house, the dog barked at him. Now there are two clauses. They are separated by a comma. When the man broke into the house, this is one clause. The dog barked at him is the second clause. The dog barked at him, this is a complete thought in itself. So this is independent clause. Whereas the first part is dependent on the dog barked at him. So this will be subordinate clause or dependent clause. Let's see another example. He went out to dinner but didn't enjoy the meal. Now here, he went out to dinner, this is one clause. Didn't enjoy the meal, this is another clause. So both are independent clauses. They are not dependent on each other. They make complete thought in themselves and they are joined by the conjunction but. So but here will be subordinating conjunction. Now let's see how subordinating conjunction can be described. A subordinating conjunction is a word used to connect two clauses together, whether they are two independent clauses or one dependent and another independent clause. Now they can be sometimes placed in the beginning of the sentence also. They show cause and effect relationships. Let's see the examples. Examples of subordinating conjunctions are because, as, although, after, as long as, before, if, while, whenever, when, whereas, till, unless, since, once, even if, than, in order to, and so on. These all are subordinating conjunctions. That means they join two clauses. Let's see how they are used in the sentences. First one, I will be able to drive when I get older. Now here, I will be able to drive. This is one complete sentence. When I get older. This is another sentence. So I will be able to drive. This doesn't need any help to complete the sense. So this is independent clause. Whereas the other one, when I get older, this is dependent on independent clause. So this is dependent or subordinate clause and they are joined by the conjunction when. So when is subordinating conjunction. Let's see another example. Brush your teeth before you go to bed. Brush your teeth is one clause. You go to bed is another clause and both are joined by the conjunction before. So before is subordinating conjunction. Let's see another example. We were happy because we received the first prize. So we were happy is one clause. We received the first prize is another clause. And both are joined by the subordinating conjunction because. The people were listening eagerly while the leader was speaking. Now the people were listening eagerly is one clause. The leader was speaking. While the leader was speaking, this is another clause. And they're joined by the conjunction while. This is subordinating conjunction. She begins to sneeze whenever she opens the window to get a breath of fresh air. She begins to sneeze is one clause. She opens the window to get a breath of fresh air is another clause. And these both the clauses are joined by the subordinating conjunction, that is whenever. So we have seen what are subordinating conjunctions. They are used to connect two clauses together, whether two independent clauses or one dependent and another independent clause. Thank you.